Hello, I'm early. Trying to make up for lost time. Oh heavens, my YouTube screen has changed. I must have pushed a button. Nothing's in the right place. Help! Help me! Oh, no. Wait, mini player? No. Default view? There we go. Everything's back. Oh, hi Piggy, how are you? I must have been pushing buttons when I wasn't looking. How is it? Is it blurry? Oh, my nails look terrible. Forget about it. Too bad I can't stick my hand in that laser and have it do my nails. That would be. I actually think I saw something on Instagram where there's a little machine where you put in one finger, pick a design, and it does that design on your nail. Hey, Janine. Janine's getting ready for her first camping trip of the year. Look at. Where did I found that in one of my dishes. Teeny tiniest X-Levers plate. Hi, Rosemary. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry the ladies have not been honest with you. That's all I can say about that. I'm sorry. Either that or they all need to go get glasses because I thought I was losing my marbles. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've been busy today. What have you guys been doing? I know what Rosemary's been doing. She's been trying not to put a hammer through the computer. Jane's been loading the camper. Oh, Peggy, thanks. I'm trying to learn. Well, you're a lucky lady, Rosemary, because they never lie to me. So there's that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to. Oh, I don't know if we'll make it all the way. We might have to have a part 2 tomorrow. I'm gonna attempt to make a journal live. This should be fun. It's been a minute. You guys know, especially if I'm here alone with nobody in the background. Yeah, I'm gonna. I can't craft and keep up with the chat. I don't. My brain doesn't work like that. Because I have to focus. Tell me what you guys are working on. I came on early. Actually, just hobbling over here to turn the air down. It's only 170 degrees in Florida today. Moose! Janine and that darn little moose. That darn little foam moose. Well, it sure stamped nice, didn't it? It certainly did. We're still on the fence about this, Janine. I've been talking to a couple of the laser gurus, 2 of which I've been watching since, way before I got the laser. Oh, good job, Janine. Those are gorgeous. And one of them, I'm watching his videos because there's certain kinds of plastics, foams, and etc. that you cannot cut with a diode laser. Because of some kind of chemical in them, it will, number 1, release toxic gas and do you in, and number 2, it will kill you and it will kill your laser. But EVA foam is supposed to be safe, and I watched one of my guys that has a diode laser. I watched him cut EVA foam. So I got the thin stuff. I got the 1.5 millimeter, which, funny enough, as I was walking in here, I saw this stamp in my dish, and I looked to see how thick the actual, oh my nails, look. See, it's the same. Guys, shows cutting it on his diode laser, all different thicknesses. And he doesn't even have an enclosure over it. And then one of the guys And sorry, this is my work desk. That's why it's messy. One of the guys that does live Q&As and whatnot, I went to his live last night. Sorry, Rosemary, he's on the same time as you. Full disclosure. And I asked him, because I had asked him about stencils, and he was like, you absolutely cannot put stencil material in there. Do not do it. And then I did some reading, and yeah, it's a hard no. It's an absolute hard no for stencil material in a diode laser. So anyway, so I told him, I said, look, I was watching so-and-so, and he was using EVA, and I cut some out, and I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. The machine's still working. He's like, I don't know. You better check and see what it's made of. But I got it on Amazon, and Amazon doesn't tell you I lost my word. I want to say comical, not comical. Help. You know what it's made of. Help me, ladies. Chemical. There it is. The chemical compound of this particular EVA foam. So I don't know. I got to do more research. I don't want to cut any more before I blow up the laser or hurt myself. And then I use some thick, I think it's either 12, 18, or 20 point chip. I was just playing around for, stencil. And I did it like 4 or 5 times and nothing moved. So that was good. Somebody typed something, so I know this thing is on. So I'm playing around with some sort of stencil and some sort of stamp. So that's that. Okay, Jenny. I have several of the little guys running around here. All right, next, what time is it in Australia? Is Donna awake? I got her box done. I did put these in the Etsy shop. It's hard there. My lighting isn't great today. The top is walnut veneer, and then the bottom and sides are the birch. And I love that it's on the hinge. I just put some stuff that I'm going to use for the journal in there, just to have something in there. And then you guys know that I put the 2 miter tools in the Etsy shop as a kit, as a set. But then I also put the 1/4 inch binding. What are we going to call these? I'm just going to call them spine tools. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use it because we're going to do this right now. And then I finally got the book cradles all dialed in. I got a different MDF. Thankfully, this one, the other MDF left so much black soot. I was having to wipe it and wipe it and wipe it. This is a little bit more expensive, just saying. But I'm real happy with this, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to use it, and I'm really digging using this. I used it when I made this guy. And no, it's still not in the Etsy shop because I'm still on the fence about this spine. So that's why we're going to try one of these. So this looked like this before I used this stain on it. I think it's called weathered wood, and it's almost blue, which I thought was interesting. So I did the front, I did the back, and I'm going to show you guys, because it's been a hot minute since I've done it, and I cut out a spine, how to put the spine fabric underneath so that you don't cover this up. So first we're going to do that, see how long that takes me, if that takes me 10 hours. But let me throw in, hang on 1 second here. Let me look, because I don't even remember now. What? Oh, so I put these in. So a front, a back, and a spine. So they're 5.75 by 8.75. Which means you can just fold a piece of notebook paper in half, and the spine is 1.75. So I put this in there. I put so there's 3 different sets now. You could buy just these, you could buy just these, or you could buy that whole set with the rulers and everything. And then I also put these are called scroll boxes. I put Those are all in the Etsy shop now. See, I accomplished something today. Okay. So, again, don't mind my dirty desk. And, oh, I was getting you guys the link. And I'm back. Yeah, it's called, I think it's called weathered wood. Weathered barn boards are that color. Yeah, hang on, let me grab it so you guys can see, because it's got a number on it. Can you guys hear me with me? No, not even close. That was a completely different color. Weathered wood was a completely different color. This one is Minwax Phantom Gray 1089. But see, on here, it looks more gray to me. On here, it looks more blue, but when they're side by side, they look the same. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Okay, off we go. So number one, we're working with wood. We're not working with MDF or bookboard or masonite board, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So with that being said, because I stained this, and then I put 2 coats of clear matte sealer on it. It came off like this. So this is engraved. I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, there you can kind of tell that the word is deeply engraved. And then this is more of an embossing. It's not as deep as the word. If that makes any sense at all. Oh, before I get going, if anybody is interested in buying, I'm going to forget if I don't do it right now. If you are interested in buying a laser and you want the all-in-one, and there, I can't work this thing. The link is in the description box below because it won't let me have the short link. Hang on, let me try it this way. Let me see if I just take a tiny bit of it. Copy. Paste. There we go. All right, now you guys are all linked up. And I'm not live. There we go. I'm 5 minutes ago. Okay, so I'm gonna use this black. I think it'll look good. Yeah. Sure, why not? And this is just a piece of leftover book cloth. That's all it is. And because this is just 3 millimeter, oh, I'm talking in millimeters now because laser people talk in millimeters, it's making me crazy. I have to ask either the phone or the box over there to convert inches to millimeters for me whenever, which is 1/8 of an inch, right? Yeah. Siri, how many inches is 3 millimeters?
3 millimeters is...
Yeah. I might be wrong. You guys correct me. So anywho. Ooh, and see how my camera just loves that so much. So it just needs to be maybe an inch longer, just to give you some wiggle room to work. And I would highly suggest one of 2 things. If you are a Fabri-Tac 3-in-1 person, use that, please. If you are not, then I would suggest using double-sided tape, because if you use a wet glue like a PVA or something like that, there's a chance that this might warp because it's just bare raw wood, right? So that we'll dust this off when we're done. So this is actually, this is very simple. This might be a little bit hard for me because I don't know the last time that I made a journal, well, other than that one with living hinge, that did not have a curved spine. Now, the other thing is, because it says book cloth, there's paper behind it. I don't have to worry. You don't even have to worry about getting it straight. Just get it on there. I don't have to worry about the glue seeping through. But if you're just using a piece of fabric and you are worried about the glue seeping through, then iron some heat and bond on it. Or the other easy way to keep that from seeping through is to spread out the Fabri-Tac, the Fabra, whatever. Spread it out with your finger or a silicone brush or whatever. Sorry, the fuzzies are driving me nuts. Okay, so now I've got it on there. So now the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to fold the top down. Actually, I'm going to fold it and crease it right now just to kind of give myself a little, my bone folder. I've got to be one around here somewhere. I have 4. And see, even they're not the same distance, but it doesn't matter. It's totally fine. So I'm trying to remember now. When you glue this down, though, if you go like that. Okay. So put some glue here. Some glue here. I might be doing this wrong, so be sure to watch the whole video. I might have to do it over. Somebody, please talk about something. Anything. Make that chat move while I craft. All right, I'm just going to push that down. Now, when I go to push this down, I'm going to cant this in a little bit. Just a skosh. And yes, it's going to leave a little crease right here, but that's fine. So you see how there's a little bit of an angle right there? That's so it doesn't stick out the top of the book. I'll show you. I'll show you on the other side. See, I just put it down there, and then just trust me when I tell you it'll be fine. All right, so you see if I didn't do that. Hold on 1 second. I'm pushing it down a little bit more. This is probably making absolutely no sense, and I apologize. Okay. So there it is, butted up against, but we know we're going to have it out here a little bit anyway. But if I didn't cant that down a little bit, it would almost come up above the spine, if that makes any sense at all. Probably not, because nobody's saying a word. Johnny, you're making no sense. Stop now. And I guess what I could have done too is I could have cut this about a 1/16 of an inch short. Anywho, you can do it straight too. It won't hurt anything. This is just how I prefer to do it. But if you just fold it over and fold it down straight, you're still going to be perfectly fine. This is just me. Okay. Everybody's glued down. Hi, Donna. Don't pay attention to anything I'm saying. I'm trying to do a tutorial. We all know how much I love tutorials. All right. So now if I just run my bone folder across either side, I can kind of see where that crease is. These guys are 1/4 inch. So if I put one across the top and then put this board across the top and push, 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 and then this one on the bottom like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue. I'm going to put glue on the fabric, not on the board, so then I won't have any mess, right? And I know I'm exactly 1/4 inch on either side. How am I doing? Making perfect sense? Great. See, I'm just barely going up to that edge. Oh, I forgot to grab something heavy. Well, what do I have? And again, if you don't like Fabri-Tac, you can try some double-sided tape. I'm not 100% sure how well that's going to work. All right, what do we have that's heavy? Oh. Here, I have a giant roll of tape. Put that right there. What else do I have heavy? A jar of stain. There. Beautiful. Okay, let's do the other side. Talk about professional. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, I've already done it. Definitely do the left-hand side first if you're right-handed. For sure, do the left-hand side first because I'm bumping into everything. I've been chatting with our buddy Tammy Ward, and she, oh, which side do we want up? Which side do we want down? That way. She's trying to get from where she is to a rehab facility, and we all know how easy that is to get a doctor to write a referral. Oh, it's maddening. It's absolutely maddening. But, and she's still not able to talk because she can't get the damn doctor. Here, let me use this. There we go. She can't get the dang doctor to write the referral for her to go over to the doctor's hospital to get the trach out. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to yammer for a minute. I have a pile of paper over here. I do have, look at this, while we wait for that to dry. I was thinking about using this for end paper, even though it's shiny. It's, what's this out of? A Cyclopedia of American Biography. Either that or, I believe I came across down my marbled papers. I can find two of these that I like that are the same. A blue or gray tone. I do like that, but it's got a little bit of pink in it. Blech. Oh, speaking of pink. Blech. I must have something. No, that's double pink. Goodbye. Guess where that one went. That's actually kind of pretty. But the question is, do I have two of them? Because these silly books only come with one each. But we don't need to worry about that until the very last thing. So off we go. But I have a pile of paper and ephemera sitting over here ready to go. All right, let's see if it's dry enough or if I really flub it up. So see, out they come. Here goes nothing. Ooh, not dry, not dry. I can see it. This is really hard because it's basically backwards, you see. Sometimes it's really hard for my brain to process this. Do we look straight? Yeah, we look pretty straight. All right, let me do this. Let me get a piece of plastic, put this on the floor with something heavy on it. I'm going to work on the pages for a few minutes, and then we will come back to it. Ooh, how's everybody's weather? Ugh, so hot. I already have my signature fabric ready. And for those of you that don't know, so what I do is I go to Photoshop and I make a little template. And this one I just used 4. Sometimes I'll use 6, depending on, you know, the size of the book. But I make a box the same height, which is 8.5. So it's the height of the paper, not the height of the cover. The cover is 8 3/4. You see. So this is the height of the paper and the width of the spine. And I think the width of that, I think I shortened it up a little bit. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made this one 1.5. I don't know. It just looked really big for 1 3/4. But anyway, so I make this in Photoshop, and I have a couple of these as digis in my Etsy shop. I've got the 12-hole punch, and I think I have one other. Anyway, I make it, and then I duplicate it. And so then I cut one out and glue it on my fabric, and then I take the other one, and I just pick one of the lines, and I score. And then when I'm ready to do my pages, this goes in, and so I punch those holes there. So then when I'm ready to sew them in, they're all in the exact same place on my piece of fabric that I'm stitching into as they are on my signatures, if that makes any sense at all. So yes, the book cradles are in the Etsy shop. And if you want one and you don't want it to say book cradle right here and you want like your name or logo or something, just get with me and I would be more than happy to do that. All right, off we go to my pile. We did Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday. I thought today was Friday. Anyway, we got rain. We hadn't had rain in a hot minute. Look, I found 5 more of these in another bin. Couldn't believe it. I'm using one of these, Janine. All right, this is my pile of extras. That can be a signature. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that can be 2 signatures. Maybe, just maybe. This isn't going to be fancy because I'm going to try and just, you know, throw some pages together quick. Where did I get this? Either from Janine or Brooke. Where is Brookie Brooke? Oh, she's doing graduation stuff. I thought it was last week. It's this week. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Gonna put that in there. Oh, look. And some vintage tape. I need one piece of regular paper because I know that size is gonna fit perfect. Is that gonna fit? Is it? Please tell me. Did a mouse get that? Oh, it's gonna fit. Yay! All right, that's ready. I got blue rosemary paper ready. Okay, we'll be right here. Not you, must be Brooke. Okay. Jean, if it wasn't close to supper, I'd be dragging you on here with me because I don't like being live alone. Need a wingman. Brooke's at graduation. Jean's going camping. Maybe I'll call Peggy. Bump her sister off the line. Sorry, bye. She gotta go. Ooh, look at that crunchy one. Ooh, that's delicious. It's going in there. So we're gonna have 6 signatures. Don't know how many pages in each signature yet. I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. What do I got here? 2, 4, so I got 8. Okay. I just want them to do 6. Put those aside for now. Ooh, I got one of these. I'm gonna rip it right in half. So 1, 2. That's the wrong way. I have to shorten that. 3, 4, 5. Need one more ledger. More. Ah, yes? No? Maybe? This one's up. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take care of the bottom, but that's fine. Okay, have fun camping, Janine. Stay warm. All right, let's see what we got going on. Too much stuff. Too much stuff in front of me. I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna make him a shorty short only because I want that. I know I have to take some off the bottom, but I want that sticking out. Decent one. Can you guys hear my stomach growling? Good morning, Donna. Donna. Are you awake enough to look at a couple of things? I'm attempting to make a journal live. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, this might be brittle. Might have to tape this one. Oof. We'll put it in the pile. Yes, please. Okay. I've currently hijacked your box. Have you seen your box in real life? I've just got stuff in it. Look how cute that. The other day I noticed how cute that looks from right there. Anyway, so there's your box. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put Ivy's Tooth Fairy box for this one. Yes. So Ivy's Tooth Fairy box is in there. I do have. No, that's not it. Over here. I do have your cover done. I'm gonna cover up the words unless you don't mind. Just make a couple of sticky notes. You know, I searched and searched and searched for the file that I used for Sarah and Tony's book, and I cannot. I mean, I'm not kidding you when I tell you I searched for at least an hour. Oh, you don't care? Well, I already covered it up. So you got this design, and I've got, before we commit to the Chicago screws, because Rosemary and I were having a chat about these, and we have a little bit of concern about the Chicago screws. And I'll show you, because, you know, everybody's going to be inclined to bend it and push it open, and that's going to snap these. So I ordered some of the vintage antique bronze rings to put in here. I want to see what that looks like, because I've been looking around on Etsy to see, you know, how people are using these, and rings are one of the ways. If you do intend to use it with Chicago screws, then, you know, when you open it, you can't safely go much farther than this. I mean, you could, but you're really chancing. I mean, I can get it back that far, but you're really taking a chance. I just don't know if I trust these living hinges or not. That's the same thing why I'm a little bit skeptical with these journal covers, because the first one that I did, I bound it the way I normally bind a journal, which is by putting the spine fabric. Anybody know where I did with my spine fabric? It's gone. I'll have to start over. It left. You do know I'm working in a 3x4 space. All right, so, you know, spine fabric is in there. Well, normally I glue this part out here. I don't glue the spine so that it can move. Well, when I did that on my test journal, I opened it up, went like this, and it cracked right off. So I said, okay, let me try only gluing this. And I did that. I let it dry overnight, and then I came back. I did not glue that fabric down under there. I put the end paper down, and now I've been playing with it for what, 2 weeks now? I've been adding stuff, playing with it, opening and closing it, bending it, you know, as far as it'll go, and it hasn't broken yet. And I want to make these covers for you guys to just buy the covers, but you guys are really going to have to play by my rules when it comes to Tammy, you made it. Oh, are you still trapped? Are you saying you made it here, but you haven't made it anywhere else? Out of the jail cell? I'm telling you, Johnny's about to get on a plane. Go bust Tammy out of there. Well, I'm glad you made it. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. So if you guys are interested in these cupboards with the living hinges, just holler at me, and I can make them without the hole or a square, or, you know, you've seen all the ones I've been working on. I'm just afraid I don't want people to get them and break them and then be mad at me because they didn't follow instructions. So there's that. Boy, the lag is so bad. Am I even live? I am. Okay, back to folding paper. All right, so Donna, I got the Tooth Fairy box, your scroll box, and your book cover. Was there something else I was supposed to be doing for you? Put the rings, yeah. So tomorrow when I get those rings, then we'll fiddle with it some more. Tammy, I know that you have to type, and you're probably on your phone. Are you still using the phone? Oh, that's hard. It's hard to type on the phone. I can't wait for her to get the trig out so I can call and talk to her. If I called her now, I'd probably just make her laugh so hard she'd choke. I have so many funny things to tell her. That's all for now. Okay. I was looking for first curl boxes, and I really couldn't find anything, so I thought I'm gonna try in my spare time, Donna. I thought about taking the Tooth Fairy box, right, and getting rid of the tooth, engraving a little curl there, putting first curl, you know, and leaving the top, and then taking, not having the words in the bottom, but I thought about putting like a little wooden like knob for the first curl to go around. But then I thought, well, what if they don't have curly hair? So then I thought about just putting a little glassine envelope in there with a piece of double-sided tape, so when they're ready, they can put the hair in the little tiny glassine, peel the backer off and stick it to the bottom, and then it won't fall out. So that's my thoughts for the first curl box. Or spit it. I know you're about ready to yank that thing out yourself, but you probably do more harm than good. So just keep being patient. Leave it be, Tammy. Don't touch anything. Oh, girl. Now that I can just talk to you and not have to type, I can't tell you. Like, you know that one message I sent you the other day. Like, when I texted you and called you and you didn't reply to that, that's when I immediately knew. And I think, can't remember the date of that, but that's when I immediately knew. I'm like, okay, something's definitely wrong, or I made her really mad. And then I started asking the girls, like, has anybody heard from Tammy? This is the last time I had any contact with him. I sent out the search team, and all the search teams came back with the same information. Is that everybody said the last time they had heard from me was the 26th of March. That sounds good. You haven't. Oh, geez. When are the twins coming? Donna, no pressure. When are the twins coming? And don't say in 15 minutes. When are they due? Or does she have a C-section scheduled? What's the status? Oh, Tammy, I can't tell you how many phone numbers I called that were disconnected. And every time Brooke or someone else that was helping me would send me a new number, I'm like, all right, this is the last one I'm trying. If this one doesn't work, I'm getting on an airplane. And Brooke and I were sure you had gone into witness protection for some strange reason. And I scoured through my phone and my emails because I swore that I had your husband's phone number for this exact reason, you know, in case something happened. And then finally, one day, my phone rang. And I looked at the number and I almost didn't answer it because I didn't recognize the number. But I saw where the number was coming from. I was like, oh, it's either him or one of the boys. 3, 6. And it was him. And I was so thankful. Oh, look at that. I can count. Not till July 10th, C-section. Okay. Now I have all the numbers and emails. You got that right. I can find you no matter where you're at. 246. And your poor husband. Like, I didn't know how to work her phone. I couldn't answer you. I'm like, oh, you poor thing. I mean, I know you've been through it, Tammy, but your husband, he's quite the guy. I mean, you know, you got to sleep for the first 2 weeks of it while he was just going through it. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. But I'm glad you had the boys there for Mother's Day. That was good. Is there somebody checking the mail at the house? Because I did send that one box. I didn't check to see if it had been delivered yet, but I don't want it just sitting out on the stoop. I'm gonna put this with that. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 pages. Ooh, we're getting close to having enough. Hi, Cat. It's good. Look, Cat. Look what I did with the laser. I did that. Let me find something else fancy. Oh. Cat's a woodworker, you guys. Cat, everyone. Everyone, Cat. Cat, most of these ladies are journal makers. And so that's what I'm doing with my laser is I'm going to be doing a lot of book covers. So here's one. Here's one I did with the living hinge. So that's all one piece. And I've got one on the floor right now that's getting ready to be put together. So this is the extent of my woodworking, Cat, is only with the laser. Yeah, we're getting there. Making some cool stuff. Getting a hang of it. I'm not as afraid of it as I was in the beginning. And if you guys must know, yes, I have started one fire. Okay? I have started one fire. Not gonna lie to you. I did. I do love this too. I just can't get over the detail. It's amazing. Do you have a laser cat? I can't remember. I can't remember. I am having a lot of fun, however, watching Daniel play with his laser. He's cracking me up. The first time he fired it up, I think he jumped 6 feet up in the air, and I just started giggling. It's alive. He was afraid of it. You don't yet? Are you going to get on the train? Are you? Do it. Yeah, do it. If you're thinking about the WeCreat, you better grab one before they decide to take them off sale. Oh, that's too big. How did I do that? Yeah, I don't know. I know that I just put mine on a credit card. I'm not going to tell any stories. But I know that they do have a payment plan thing, and I believe it's no interest for the first year. I don't know exactly how it works, but so if anybody watching is going to buy one, be sure you use my affiliate link. I will earn a couple of bucks. Like, I'll be able to buy a Big Mac and a Coke, I think. Tammy, you going to buy a laser? Like, really? Johnny, really? Right now, I just want to get out of this darn hospital. I think I may be having to take a trip to Virginia. Huh, Tammy? That's what I'm working towards. It's hard though, you know, adding, you know, because I'm a journal maker. I love all things vintage, books, paper, you know, so it's really interesting adding this kind of a thing, the laser, to, you know, a completely, you know, not woodworking business. So yeah, it's going to be fun because I can make things, because like most of these girls that are in the chat right now watching, they all make journals, right? So I can just cut them out and or custom make covers for them to make their books, right? And I can cut my own covers and make tools for bookbinding. So that's how I'm trying to integrate the two together. Erin, hello. How are you today, my dear? How are things in the Adirondacks? All right, what am I on? Ledger, ledger, ledger. I really don't want to cut this pretty, but I gotta. I think I gotta. Lucy! Lucy, is it warm enough yet for you to start dyeing paper? Probably not, huh? I'll tell you what, I do not miss Alaskan winters at all. All right, now we got 6 ledger papers. Now we're at 4. I might leave that out. 5. So that's 5 pages. Oh, I got this one too. Eek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll use these. You picked up some leaves today. Ooh. Exciting. I know Rosemary was dumpster diving at the flower shop the other day. That ought to sound really strange to somebody who's never Don't mind us. Just a bunch of hobos looking for leaves, dead leaves and flowers. I'd like to get Rosemary and Lucy in a room together and have them eco print. Oh, that would be fun. Raise your hand if you were at Rosemary's stream last night. Windy and chilly. It's just hot and steamy here in Florida. I really want to use that. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Those I'm going to tip in. That's going to tip in. That's going to chip in. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll use 2 of these, 5, 6. All right, off to the races. Now you guys can see how my brain works when it comes to putting the signatures together. Let me make a little bit of room. Got too much wood in my way. So glad my husband didn't hear me say that. Oh, Aaron, I don't know if you guys were at Rosemary's last night. We were talking about bugs. Oh, the palmetto bugs are out right now. And my pest control guy said that, let's see what happens if I zoom out, if you guys get more of my table or just my messy desk. Oh, there, that's not too bad. Anywho, my pest control guy said that right now, because we've been so dry, really dry for Florida actually, he said they're just looking for water, and the stuff that they spray the house, the yard, and everything with, it detours and kills the roaches. It detours and kills the palmetto bugs also, but it doesn't detour them as much. I don't know if it's because they're much bigger. I don't know. But I Googled, I got on the Google, because the minute it gets dark out, you look out the back patio by the pool, and generally anytime I look out, I at least see one running around out there. But they're that big. They're a big bug. And they fly. Roaches don't fly. And my daughter and grandkids are coming soon. And I want the kids to be able, at 8 o'clock at night, we have a ton of lights. They're going to be in the pool. And it's getting dark at 8 o'clock, right? But I know my daughter, and she's not going to let the kids out there if there's bugs running around. So I got some of that peppermint. It's peppermint soap and something else. It's pet safe. So I ordered that on Amazon, and my husband sprayed that all around, everywhere on the patio, outside, in the yard, and it smells like a peppermint farm at my house now. So we'll see what happens tonight. I'll report back tomorrow and let you guys know. But it's supposed to detour everything. It says if you spray it around your windows, the flies won't even come near your windows. All the bugs. All right, so now I have to just decide what I want to be on the front of each signature. And I think it's going to be, ledger. So we're going to go ledger, and then copy dyed, and then eco dyed, coffee dyed, miscellaneous. Okay, off we go. So this is how I do it. So I will just put them all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take one off of each pile. And then once I have all 6 of them done, then I'll come back and decide what order they're going to go in. That's what I use it for in the winter. What? The peppermint? Yeah. Well, and somebody said go get peppermint essential oil and put it, because I was like, essential oil is expensive, and I don't want to leave the house. So I'm just going to spend the $30. I mean, it came with in the pump sprayer, everything. I just opened the box, handed it to my husband, and said, here you go. And he rolled his eyes and promptly went out and sprayed. You use it in the winter, Cat? This is the one that the lighter's upside down on the other side. So you guys, Cat, right there, Cat's piece, she is a woodworker. I met her over on one of the woodworking channels that I've been watching in my new laser journey. And she kept my secret because I've been hanging out with the woodworkers and laser guys for about a month and a half. And she told me she subscribed to my channel. I'm like, okay, well, you can't say anything because it's top secret right now. Nobody knows. Nobody on my channel knows I got a laser. So she knew my dirty little secret before you guys did. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can add it to a cool mist humidifier. Oh. There's no good reason to leave the house, Aaron. It's people-y out there. That's what Snoopy said. It's too people-y out there. All right. So here is our cover. And you know my camera's going to go wacko when the black comes up there. And because I use black, you guys aren't going to really be able to see. But you see how I got the indent? Don't look at the inside. You'll be able to see once I get the signatures in there. All right. So what's going to be the front? Not these. One of these. I think this needs to be the front. So we're going to go that, and then what do I want to do? Maybe not, because I think I want that to be the back. Please hold. That. Okay. Voila. We almost have a book. Almost. All right. So now, if you were to, look at it from the top or top edge-ish, and again, I'm having a hard time with this flat spine with it not being curved. But you see, you've got your gusset there, and I know it's hard for you guys to see because, of course, I went and used the black there. You can see it there. So see, you'll have plenty of wiggle room for your cover that'll fully open. Alrighty. So that started out as a plain piece of wood. Put the wood in the laser. This is fully engraved into the wood. This is basically embossed, and then everything is cut to size. I used that, what was the name of that stain? Oh, yes. Phantom Gray. It's Minwax 1089. I love that color. And then on the inside, of course, we're probably going to end up using one of those marbled papers. So, what's up next? The book cradle. And I do like this MDF better than the darker MDF for 2 reasons. One, it doesn't leave the black char marks on everything. And 2, it's prettier. But, of course, it's more expensive. So, let me check my phone. Yes. To the person that just sent me a text message, you may. Yes, I know what you're talking about. The The only thing is, so these are, these sheets are 12 by 18-ish. And to be able to cut everything out on one sheet, I have to run the grain this way. And I personally think I'd be happier with the grain running long ways. So I think I might fiddle around with it. Get a rod, wet the wood, I can use strap to curve the wood around. Yeah, or I can just go back to the way that I make normal rounded spines. But I'm just given, because a lot of people like the flat spine. And so I want to just give you guys the option since I'm cutting the wood anyway. Sorry about my phone, you guys. There. I want to give you guys this option. I know you guys, most of you know how to make a rounded spine with chipboard. So I do need to take a quick little 5-minute break. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to punch the holes. Watch this. So I always put the French signature in first. I'm going to set them all in here, and then I'm going to run to the little girl's room. I'm going to holler up there and see if I can get hubby to run me down a soda so I don't have to run all the way up there. So 6 signatures with 6 pages each. And you see how this little guy is down here? Tap, tap, tap. Put that in there, tap, tap, tap. The T is for top, so I know that the top of that is going to be the same as the top of the fabric I'm sewing into. And I'm just going to take my awl and go punch, punch, punch. No clipping, no holding, nothing's weird. And if you had much more than whatever 6 times 6 times 6 is, I would, do it in 2 separate ones. But after you do the first set, you've already got your holes, right? And so then you just go back in, line everything up, push everything to your bottom here. Now, let's say you're doing a giant journal that's, 18 inches long, and you get to here and now you've ran out of space. Well, it's okay. All you have to do is spin your paper around, line it back up with the bottom. Make sure you put this the other way, right? Because your top is now down here. You'll have a longer strip, and now you can punch the rest of the holes, and you probably will have stopped right there. So if your book is bigger, you can still use it. Thanks, Kat. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, you guys. I'll throw up the banner. I'm going to mute myself, and I'll be right back to try and get this thing together. I'm back. Sorry, it's daddy doggy nap time, so I had to run up there and get my own soda. Where did I leave it? Right there by the door. All right, off we go. What did I miss? Aaron's having a media mail sale Sunday, you guys. Aaron, have you checked media mail prices lately? Go to Pirate Ship. Let me give you an address so you can put in your link. But go to Pirate Ship and do like a 5-pound ground box to me. Just pick some dimensions and do the ground price and then do the media mail price and come back and tell me the difference. Because media mail prices went up. I was going to send somebody something media mail from one of my last live sales. And media mail was more than ground. Yeah, check. And something else I noticed in Etsy. I had somebody buy something the other day. And they picked, and I don't even know why Etsy still has it in there. First class mail is still an option in Etsy. I've got to go through all my listings and take it out because first class mail doesn't exist anymore. But the person picked first class, because it was under £1, and it let them pick that and pay that. And I couldn't send it first class because that doesn't exist. So it ended up costing, I had to send it ground, and it ended up costing me more than what they paid. And now that was my fault because I didn't go in and untick the first class box. I figured, well, if it doesn't exist, surely Etsy would just take it away, right? Wrong. So anyway, note to self, check your Etsy listings under your shipping box and make sure that you don't have first class as an option, or you could be losing money on shipping. But I do this where I, tap everything, and even when I use shorter pages, right? And I have to stand up for this, and hopefully my ugly mug doesn't get in the screen and scare you guys half to death. Oh my gosh, I've got to go get my hair done. So much gray. I blame my husband. And I usually start in one of the middle holes and not the top, because sometimes if you start at the top or the bottom, it'll pull and they might move a little bit. So I start right here and I just look. You see that? Nothing moved. Nothing moved. And a poke. A poke. And a poke. Am I through? Yeah, I am. And then out that goes. And then I know 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's my front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There won't be any sewing in this, which is highly unlike me, but for lack of, trying to save some time. But I am going to go through and, put some ephemera and decorations and a little stamping and, oopsie, get back in there. All the things that we do. All right. Voila. And then they all are, with all their holes, all lined up nicey nice. Okay. Media mail 709. All right. And ground. Dun, dun, dun. I do like that stain though. I did hope it was a little bit more gray, but I don't mind the bluish. It's more blue than gray in person. Anyway, off we go. Got my needle, got my wax linen. And I even have scissors. How about that? Aaron's over there typing away. She's like, hang on, I'm getting it. I gotta untick the box and go back and back and back. I bet you ground is cheaper. Bet you it is. Thanks, Tammy. Are you able to, you're able to eat now with the trach in, right? Ground is 1976? No. Come on. That can't be true. Really? Seems like a lot. You guys are seeing all my little tricks now. This is only, I think, the second or third journal I've bound. Uh-oh. Stop. See, I almost forgot. I need to pick my so I need to decide. I thought that was close, but that's too purple. I'm going to use this lace. Almost forgot my head and tail. Headband, tailband. You can do it after you put the pages in. It's just a little tricky. Aaron sent me a picture. No, that's UPS, Aaron. That's UPS ground. And that address is wrong. Yes, you are able to eat and drink. Good. What's USPS ground? They're trying to trick you, Aaron. Hey, Danielle, what's up? Tammy's in the house. I put, finally put a cover in the Etsy shop, Danielle. So it's front cover, back cover, and spine. This is birch. And then if you rewind, you can see my tutorial, not tutorial, showing the girls how to do the fabric under the spine fabric under the board and still get your nice gusset there so that you don't cover up the pretties. All right, pay attention. Pay attention, woman. So my husband was out of town for a couple of days, and it's been really, really hot in Florida. And the dog usually just, she stays up by the pool, and she's got a doggy door so she can get in and out of the screen just fine. But for some reason, well, and she always pouts when he leaves, but she was, and she knows she can't come in here, right? She's a 2-year-old lab. She still eats everything. Oh. Hang on, let me check. That's crazy. Okay, well, then it still is cheaper. Maybe it just happened to be, wherever it was going. Maybe it wasn't, far away from me. So it wasn't, the price was cheaper to go ground. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, Aaron's having a media meal sale on Sunday. What are you selling there, Aaron? Well, it must be books. It must be books, right? It's been above 900 all week, Danielle. And I looked, I was just curious, the humidity. Humidity is only 50%. Yeah, look. I got me a little inside, outside. It's outside. That's in here. And I have the air turned down to 73. I should turn on the other one, but it's very noisy. It's hard to keep the plywood the plywood building with no insulation cool. I told my husband, I said, I think my summertime streams are going to be all before 2 p.m. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be down here. What time is it right now? 4:30. Hot, hot, hot. Books and paper and some sneaky flat things. I like it. All right, there. Now we should be good. You know me, I can't have the fabric peeking out. That would drive me nuts. There we go. See? No, you can't see because of the black fabric that my camera hates. Okay. Now, where was I? Here we go. This is my favorite part. Oh, I just made a knot. This is my favorite part of making a journal. And this is, I bet everybody in chat will say, oh, that's my least favorite part. I love sewing in signatures. And I especially love doing like the planner. Sorry, the needle is in my mouth. I love doing planners with 12 signatures. It is so satisfying when you get that 12th one sewn in. Is your favorite part too, Lucy? Oh, I'm not the only one. I'm not a weirdo. Or we can just be weirdos together. I'm sorry if you can't see everything that I'm doing, but I'm just doing what I do. And then we'll have to pick. I might go with that marbled paper out of that old cyclopedia. It wasn't an encyclopedia, it was a cyclopedia. Yes, and for those of you that clip your pages together and whatnot, I'm telling you, you don't have to do it. You see, like right there, I got stuck, but all I had to do was to wiggle it a little. And I mean, I've been, doing this for a minute. What? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, almost 8 years. So, well, I have a love-hate relationship with decorating, Lucy, because I want to put all the things in all the journals, but then I forget that maybe people don't want all the things in there, and they just take them all out, chuck them in a drawer because they want to put their own things in there. I have a really hard time not stuffing them full because I got plenty of. I've got plenty of things to stuff them with. That's for sure. And see now, this tea-dyed paper, you see how it's got the wave? Some people that bothers and they iron it flat. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this one, I think I like it. All right, I need to have sales soon too. And I've got some stuff left over from Donna's sale. But holy cow, there's like every day, like 5 or 6 sales, and I'm not even really looking for them. They just are popping up on my. I know all the things are fun to have, right, Tammy? They certainly are. Yeah, there's been just so many sales every day, and it's hard. But I want to get Donna's stuff sold for her. And then you guys need to do, here, let me throw my Etsy link in one more time. Give you guys something to do while I'm just sewing these in. Those boxes, these boxes of mainsprings, if you go look at those in my Etsy shop, because they're not on sale, they're full price in the Etsy shop. Let me look and see. If you see them in the Etsy shop and you want some, just send me an email, because at the last sale I was selling them for $3. I'll do that if I'm going to send you a Square or PayPal invoice. I won't do that if I'm going to sell it through Etsy. Otherwise I'll end up with, like, 12 cents. It was funny. I was looking at I went down the list just after I'd sold it was $1.50 digi. And I literally, after all the fees and everything on the dot, 20 cents to list it, yada, 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 whatever. After all the fees and everything, I made 22 cents, and it just made me chuckle. Like, oh, okay. They're getting their cut. And again, it's a cost of doing business. Like Rosemary will remind me that all the time. She brings me back to reality. It is the cost of doing business. And also, if you guys want to if you have an Etsy shop and you want to save a little bit of money, there's that link at the top of your dashboard on the top right corner. If you use that link, Etsy gives you a little kickback. I don't know why, but they do. All right, we're almost there. I know. I think that's the first Donna sale that Tammy has ever missed. I'll let you know, Tammy, before I bring her stuff on again. I did take down that video because the prices are going to change, and I didn't want people to get confused. So, no pun intended, while I sit here sewing. It was funny. The other day I was kind of telling my journey, how I came to be making journals, and I completely forgot that the very first thing that I ever did craft-wise was quilts. Yeah, when the kids were like 1 and 3, when we lived in Valdez, Alaska, I started making quilts. That's when I got my first sewing machine. And I mean, Valdez, Alaska is a tiny little itty bitty town, just nestled in the mountains. But they had a quilt shop there. I think half of my husband's paycheck went there. All right, here we go. Voila. Almost to the finish line. What are you working on these days, Danielle? What time is it? I'm getting hungry. Wonder if Sir Naps-a-Lot is going to cook dinner tonight. I'm guessing no. He cracks me up. He'll be like, why are you going to bed at 9:30? I'm not going to bed. I'm going to lay in there and watch a movie. I take my nap at 9:30. You take your nap at 3 in the afternoon. Okay? Plucking away at a travel folio. Well, that's fun. Okay. So now I need to get me some paper. A piece of paper. A piece of paper in the room of wood and paper. What do I have here? Where's Marita been? Marita, are you hanging out there? This is actually some paper she sent me. I love using dictionary paper or old newspaper or what have you for in here. Very good. Can you hear the motorcycles outside? Boy, that's almost long enough, but not quite. Off with the top. Okay, new piece of the paper. No. Uh-oh, I almost clicked you guys. I almost clicked out. Sorry. Tammy, did I hear a rumor that you were doing some fussy cutting? All right, for those of you that don't like Fabri-Tac, don't watch this part because I get a lot in here. Those signatures are not going anywhere. So normally, right, if I wouldn't have been live when I was doing this, before I had sewn the signatures in, who took my bone folder, is when I would have gone and done my sewing and any of that, you know, anything I can't do once it's bound, right? Normally I would use my bone folder for this, but can't seem to find it right now. So a paintbrush bottom will also work. You're cussy cutting. All right, so we got that. Now just a little bit of glue where the fabric meets the road. Again, I need my bone folder for that. Can't find anything right now. What are you fussy cutting, Tammy? The doctor's notes? The dinner menu? Really, Kat? Awesome. Well, let me know if you need any help. I can send you down a rabbit hole, girl. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And if I remember, I'll try and get your link in for everybody so they can come over and visit your side of the fence. Oh, you had Outback last night? I just go for the rolls and the honey butter. I'm always like, oh yeah, I need more rolls when I'm, nearly done eating, just so I have a full basket to put in my to-go bin. Okay. Oh, they're good. We're gonna need to put some tape right there. Sounds so good. All right. Now. Oh, this is so strange for me to not have a rounded spine. But it's going to be pretty. Look at that. Snug as a bug in a rug. It'll look way much better once we pick end paper. But let's get this glued in and drying, and then we can go through and start looking at end papers. All right. Let me squish that down a little. No, a little. Sorry, I know you guys can't see the top and the bottom, but I'm just trying to get it Trying to get it semi-straight. I'm gonna end up. Oh, good, Aaron. I'm gonna end up doing part of this off the camera because it has to be in my lap. Sorry. After it dries, I'll show you what I do in my lap so that you guys can see. So I'm not putting any glue out on the spine itself so that it will lay nice and flat when opened. But I am getting it right close to the edge, that's for sure. So now I'm going to take my knot bone folder, set it right on my lap. And again, I'll show you once it's dry. And I'm just pushing the edge down so it gets a good seat. I don't know. I don't know which is the proper way to say that. Both in the gusset and on the front and back cover. Oh, we got to get Michelle at Your Crafting Source to 1,000 subs. She's so close. I don't know how she doesn't have. All right, so there we go. We are. Hang on, got to make a quick adjustment. Un momento. Good. All right, there we go. Top, bottom. Just gonna leave that. Put your lid on your glue. It's so hot in here. I need a. There we go. Piece of paper. There. I'm just gonna set that like that for a minute. Now, what did I do with that marble paper? Thanks, Aaron. And Danielle, both at the same time. Oh, let me put it over in this corner so we can still see the color. So I think that might actually really look nice. It's from, oh, I should have put that page in there. Appleton's Cyclopedia of American Biography. Pretty thick too. So right now I'm voting for that. But let's see if there's anything I like better in here. Too bright. Is she leaving? What? Okay, Tammy, take care, hon. Kind of pretty. Busy. Ooh, bright. Pink. No. So that's all going to be the same. I do like that, but it's got a little bit of pink. Too much. No, I'm not digging the. All of this kind of has some gold in it for some reason. I'm not digging the gold. Yeah, we're going to go with this. All right. So, again, for those of you who may have just tuned in, this cover, which is this, is in the Etsy shop. If you would like to buy a cover and make your own, there you go. And I can't even remember how much they are. Let me just tell you. I think I know, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. $15. So, and if you would like, I don't have customization set up on any, well, maybe a couple things, but I'll get there. But if you would like, if you buy one of these and you would like something other than journal there, either send me an Etsy message, an email, or put it in the notes. And I can put anything you want there. If you would like me to stain it this color, I need to put up a listing for that. That'll be a couple of bucks extra. I stained it and put 2 coats of sealer on it. All right, so here's what I did in my lap before it was dry. I opened the front cover just a little bit, and I took the ruler down there and I just pushed the paper and fabric in the crease right there into the gusset so that everything was glued nicely. And it is really thick. All right, so let's see which one's in the best shape. This one's going to be the front. Oopsie, I'm over in my Etsy shop. Can't see you guys. Can Johnny make the cover look like that's on the list, Danielle? Trust me when I tell you, it is on the list. I've been about 60% successful with using chalk paint on the birch, letting it dry overnight, and then doing a light engrave. So once I get that dialed in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it, engrave the ledger cover and all the designs. And then there'll be a line for like the corners so that we can paint the corners burgundy or use burgundy leather, suede, whatever. Trust me, it was one of the very first things on the list. All right, so now I need a pencil. You think I have a pencil? It's gonna have to be a pen. And yes, I did cheat and bring my paper trimmer right over here. And I'm sure I went just a little long intentionally because I want to be able to cover up everything. Tiny bit too long. And you see, so this is the back side of the cover, and you see those little burn marks. If this was something that was going out, just wood by itself, those sand right off. See, all gone. They're just little tiny flash burns. But since I'm getting ready to cover it up, I said, self, there's not any reason really to fiddle with that. And I'm gonna snip a little bit of this fabric out of the way. Maybe. I haven't glued it down too good. Danielle, where did you get that little thought bubble? That's cute. Never seen that before. But I generally only have those thought bubbles at 2 a.m. when I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to make tomorrow? What am I going to break tomorrow? Don't you love that when you make the mark and then you can't see it? I typed thought. You got to be kidding me. I'm going to try it. Hold on. Now we're just playing games. Don't mind us. Oh, you mean down in the other box? Hang on. Oh, you're on your phone. Oh, yeah, if you type it on your, there. Bam. See, I'm smart. Oh, no. Let me get back to work. Oh, I refreshed the screen. Now I have to watch an ad, for crying out loud. I did it to myself. Skip. Here we go. All right, back to cut. Ooh, that's close. That's close. Still a little bit too wide, I think. Yep, I still need to take off another skosh. You guys painstakingly still watching me? Bless those of you that are. Sorry, I got to do this off screen for a second. I'm so used to having the book edge hang off the table when I do this. Can't do it any other way. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna say here, look at that, but that's very bright. I think I might have cut this crooked. Now I'm going to cry. I don't know how. All right, hang on. Let me just go again with this one, and then we'll see. This could not be square too. Old raggedy edges. Yeah, they're out of an old cyclopedia. Not encyclopedia. Cyclopedia. I'll have to put that in here. I'm gonna say it must be 5 o'clock. The motorcycles are roaring. See how did we did? Okay, good. All right, if you were my ink, where would you be? Would you be in the ink drawer? Look at that. Look at that. Uh-oh, here he comes. Hang on. What's he doing? I'm live. Yeah, hang on just a second. I'll mute. Okay, I'm back. Making dinner plans. What's it gonna be? Yeah, what's it gonna be? Peanut butter and jelly or macaroni and cheese and hot dogs? It's too hot to eat. That's the thing about Janine cracks me up. She's like, you guys eat dinner late. I'm like, Janine, when it's 102 million degrees in Florida, trust me, you don't want to eat until in the evening when the sun's gone down and it's cooled off a bit. And yes, I am going to use a ton of Fabri-Tac on this because it's quite thick and old, and I do not want it going anywhere. And it's pretty. And those of you that are able to use double-sided tape on your end papers, I applaud you. I cannot, because you got to get it spot on the second that you set it down. And with Fabri-Tac, you know, you have time. You got a minute, and you can move it around if you need to. Need my button folder. This works too. The beveled side of the Timmy ruler. Yes, same, Danielle. Okay. There's one. The other one, and then I can skedaddle. The hubby wants me to run an errand with him. He's bragging. He says, we can stop and get some dinner on the way back. Okay, fine, I'll go. As long as I don't have to walk, because, yeah, we're having problems with the old footaroo. I've finally gotten to a point where I'm starting to put some pressure on it. And to my surprise, the chain that was supposed to be fixed is now about 10 times worse than it was before the surgery. So there's that. It has not been a grand experience. If that surgeon even gives one iota of, oh, well, we're going to have to go back in and he's probably going to get punched right in the nose. So this one is just a tiny bit crooked, and I don't know if it was the paper or the paper cutter, but that's why I inked up that edge. Yeah, I can't, because I don't have a steady enough hand, Danielle. I can't do the tape. And I also don't trust it to stay. Well, especially with something like this, like, you know, these end papers aren't something that I can just print back out. It's one of a kind from a gazillion-year-old book, you know? Again, sorry I'm off the screen a little bit. It's just what I'm used to. Phew! That was a speed round. All right, voila. There, now with the end papers. So you see the difference. So this cover is the exact same size, you know, as a Masonite board covers that I use. But the difference when you have a flat spine, if I open this up, here, let me do it this way. You see how you've got a good 1/4 of an inch here? If this was a rounded spine, you wouldn't have that. The pages would be maybe 1/8 of an inch from that edge. I like it though. I mean, it's different for me, you know, but see, now you've got that, you see when you push, you've got that gusset. The gusset basically goes the opposite direction, but everything still laid flat. Still flat. And when you peek in there, if you were to peek in there, you can see the old book page that I put inside. And now it's dusty because there's sawdust on my table. Cat, you're still here. So it's not done, but it's bound. And I'm going to run off with the hubs, and I'll come back on tomorrow. I'll try and get one more. Let me think. Hang on, I'm just going to look at the table behind me. The hammer. So this was something I was just playing with, these trays, which is kind of tricky with the laser. I was playing with those. And I don't know, since the last time you guys went to the Etsy shop, I put this one in by itself, not as a bookbinding kit, just as the book box. So if you just want to buy the book boxes, snap, snap, you can. But I'm just so in love with these living hinges and this particular design. I go gaga over it. And this one I used that Joanna Gaines chalk paint on. I made a mini one. Oh, come on, close now. Anyway, well, thank you guys for putting up with me. If, like I say, if you're in the market for a laser, my affiliate link is in the description box below, and below that is another link for $100 off. I don't know, they've extended the sale, and I don't know how much longer they're going to have them on sale. I know they're getting ready to ship all of the people that bought them on the Mother's Day sale. I know they're getting ready to start shipping those. Look, there. Put it in the tray. Anyway, I know they're starting to ship those, and they have the new 40 watt, the 2 watt infrared module. So, oh, Aaron's going to shamelessly do that. And if I get the right mouse, because I have 2 mice, I have 2 keyboards, I have 2 computers, I could shamelessly put in mine too. All right, so here's my Etsy. Boom. And here's the link to my laser, the WeCreat Vision 20 watt. And if you're on the fence about 20 or 40 watt, the 20 watt is apparently, by what all the laser guys say, is the sweet spot. Get a 20 before you jump to a 40, because a 20 can actually do more. A 40 can do more engraving on metal, not as deep on the wood. Thanks, Kat. We appreciate you, and thank you for hanging out with us. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. And like I said, I'm going to be hopping on soon with a sale. I've got a couple of goodies, and I've got the rest of Donna from Australia. I've got the rest of her stuff. So I will see you guys soon. If there's anything in the Etsy shop that you're interested in that's, you know, a new laser item that you want a different size, or you want it personalized or something, you guys know where to find me. Email junkjournalshop@yahoo.com. Etsy shop, Junk Journal Shop. And if you're here, you know it's Junk Journal Shop everywhere. Oh, and Rosie's selling right now. All right, you guys have a good weekend. Bye.